My name is Dwayne Vaz, Member of Parliament candidate for Central Westmoreland for the People's National Party. I feel compelled to address a recent article and photograph published by Nationwide News Network on their social media page. The article features a photograph of me alongside another man who is alleged to be involved in a recent shooting in the grill. This photograph, however, was taken during a school sports day event where both that person in question and I were present, wearing orange shirts that represented the sports day house color for the group to which my son was assigned. The man in question is a teacher at the school where my son is a student, and his presence was purely in his capacity as an educator responsible for the orange house on sports day. So seeing something like that on Nationwide, I think it's malicious, I think it's deliberate, and I think it's irresponsible for a media house to put out something like that. It seems like they're attempting to politically malign me and by extension the People's National Party. So I am asking that Nationwide News, of course, withdraws this particular statement and apologize to me, my family, and the People's National Party.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Tuesday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So watch this now my peeps, we're going to kick it off over there in the parish of Manchester, where the Manchester police have arrested 4 farmers following a seizure of a firearm and several rounds of ammunition in their home. It is reported that sometime around 3 p.m. on Friday, July 26, lawmen acting on a search warrant conducted an operation at a house in the Old England district in Manchester. During the search, a Taurus 9mm pistol fitted with a magazine containing 10 9mm rounds was found beneath articles of clothing in a room. The 4 farmers were taken into police custody. The quartet have since been identified as 25-year-old C.J. Wilson, otherwise known as Six in the streets. A 20-year-old man identified as Richard Golding, a 28-year-old man identified as Gregory Swaby, and the lone female of the quartet, 54-year-old Sandra Golding. They were all charged on Sunday, July 28th, with possession of prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and unauthorized use of a premises to store a firearm and ammunition. They are all scheduled to appear in the Manchester Parish Court on Wednesday, July 31st. So On The Spot News Media will most definitely be keeping close tabs on this one to see how the investigation progresses. Now, 3 men have pleaded guilty after being caught with a whopping 463 kilograms of the illicit white drug. Yeah man, we are talking about the same one that we as Jamaicans call the white lady, or as that famous song would say, baking soda. Yeah man. Now, the 3 men pleaded guilty to multiple drug-related charges in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court last Monday, that is July 22nd. The trio have since been identified as Delroy Bremer, Omar Nugent, and also Jamie White. They were arrested on December 26, 2022 on board a vessel intercepted by the Jamaica Defence Force Coast Guard off Moran Point in St. Thomas. The 463 kilograms of the illicit white drug was found on board the vessel. They have been charged with possession of and trafficking in and importing the illicit white drug. The trio was slapped with a fine of $1.5 million or 6 months imprisonment for the possession charge. Additionally, they were fined $2 million or 6 months for each charge of trafficking and importing the illicit white drug. So in hailing their conviction, the head of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Firearm and Narcotics Investigation Division, that's the FNID, that's Superintendent Sam Blake, promises that his division will continue to take an aggressive approach when investigating matters brought before it. So we're going to hear from the superintendent in charge right now, Sam Blake. Listen.
This conviction demonstrates the value of collaboration in the fight against criminal networks. FNID will continue to be aggressive in employing modern investigative tools and techniques to all matters being investigated.
Boy, it seems as if the court did just want to name a food off of them, because this was basically just a slap on the wrist. But then again, the laws that guides the judge probably dictated just what the judge unfolded. So anyway, make we continue. Now we are going to talk about knockings and clappings that took place along the Palisadoes main road, that are what we call Airport Road, out of Harborview, there, so leading to the airport in Kingston, that's the Norman Manley International Airport. So it is alleged, say a soldier take him 3 pints out there this morning. Now as you can see on your screen, it's a marked army vehicle, what we call a Toyota Prado. Now I'm going to give you the quick synopsis of the police report as it relates to the fatal knockings and clappings of the soldier. It is alleged that the soldier take him on 3 pints. Now the soldier has since been identified as a 4JR soldier, Corporal Sekou Doblo Meda. So from initial observation, there is 1 corner wound to the head. Information is that he was added to a watch list yesterday as he was being investigated by Sissoko for offenses of having intercourse with a person under the age of 16 and grievous hold on and take assault type of situation and grooming of the little pitney. It is said that the child in question is a 12-year-old female. And it is also stated in that report that the last time that the JDF corporal and the child had relations, him get to know her a certain type of way, was yesterday, sometime around 2 p.m. Rather bizarre, right? Now the initial report states that he took his own life. As the initial report stated that the mongo say a 1 corner wound to the head. Well, I can move right along. Some allegations drop about the corporal, and the allegations are allegedly coming from other soldiers. And it reads, it's presently on your screen. This, by the way, is been circulating all over social media since morning. And I quote, him and the girl did enter the vehicle and something go down until it reached the stage where they start to fight. The girl spot him gun and use style, reach for the gun. The youth try to take it back from her and it went off accidentally. Gents, that's what I heard from a 002. A 002 in the army means a warrant officer, grade 2. So he's a man who in charge, well, the second in charge of a whole battalion. Alright? So that in itself is cause for concern. The 12-year-old was in the vehicle with him. Well, for those who knows this area presently on your screen, is a known area where the man them carry the girl them go relax, chill and build, get to know you type of situation. Or straight up, some males carry them females there, figure do what grown males and females do behind closed doors in a bed, but this time it's on the back or front seat of the vehicle. So that spot is definitely known for activities of such. That again is a red flag. Now I need for you to look closely on your screen. This is the position that the firearm was found on the lifeless body of the soldier. Look how that firearm was placed. Now, if a man got take him own life, normally them put the firearm at the place where them know say it go over and done with really quick, under the chin, inner the mouth, or the side of the head. And just the ricochet from that will most definitely throw the firearm somewhere else. There is no way the firearm are gonna neatly tuck in his crotch as if he was just having it there carrying whilst driving. That is how some people carry them firearm whilst driving. That is not a after the effect type of thing, after the fact of him taking his own life, position that the firearm would find itself. So on the spot news media most definitely rule out what some is saying that the soldier take him own 3 pints. Now the next thing that we need to look on. This is one of the hands of the soldier. Now you can see clearly scratches on his hand. How did those scratches get there? Now that is another question. Now look closely on your screen on this other photograph. This other photograph is showing the chest area of the soldier. I zoomed it in because the whole lime shirt was wet with the red substance where a leak out of his body. And you know, say YouTube, not really too like, see them thing that no YouTube friendly, so I zoom it in for sure. No. But anyway, it is the chest part of the soldier. And as you can clearly see in that circle there, that looks like an entrance wound to the chest. So there is no way him can put one in the head and one in the chest, and unconfirmed reports suggest that him get 3 can, 1 to the head, 2 to the chest. So on the spot news media definitely rule it out, said the soldier took his own life. Now, the statement made on social media, this statement presently on your screen, that has been circulating all over social media, which state that the 12-year-old was there with him and she used style and take up the firearm. Maybe, just maybe, there is some truth to that. But it is early days in the investigation. And On the Spot News Media will most definitely will be keeping close tabs on this one, because the JDF is most definitely known to protect itself. It not really want John public have it under too much scrutiny, so they will not necessarily say hide the truth, but they will protect their image from the public more so than that of the JCF. The JCF will just throw it out there in the public and make John public know where going. Not so with the JDF. They will protect the reputation of soldiers at any cost. They will divulge certain information to the relevant authorities to make the investigation go through. So it's not like them are going to withhold any information per se. But to the eyes of John public, the JDF are going to make sure their reputation is protected. But On the Spot News Media are going to keep close, and might I add, very close tabs to this one. But if indeed the 12-year-old was there at the time when he met his demise, at that time on his watch showed sometime after 9 a.m. Where are the parents, or is the parent of that 12-year-old? Now the next question is, if he was placed on a watch list and it was revealed that the last time he had interactions with the 12-year-old was yesterday, why wasn't he arrested there and then? Unless the body investigating found out yesterday and then the JDF found out this morning. I'm not for sure how it go. But the man was clearly still on active duty. But the police report is stating that he was on a watch list from Sissoko. So there's a whole lot of unanswered questions to this one. And On the Spot News Media will seek to unearth the answers and bring it forward to you, the regular members of John Public. And of course, continue to keep you in the know. Yeah, man. So the last thing that we're going to talk about now, my peeps, is that the authorities are stating that prisoners are going with themselves with all sort of hanky-panky, as always. Now it is alleged that some top criminals who is presently behind bars serving lengthy sentences are eating evidence. The inmates are swallowing SIM cards as devious plots continues from behind bars. Now it is said that they are starting to chew up the SIM card them and swallow them when time a search is being done and push out the devices without the SIM cards, because we all know that the SIM card are what you can use for trace certain things and get conversations, numbers, passcodes and all of that for the phone. So the man them start swallow them right now. However, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang is insisting that crime fighters are still a step ahead of the criminals. Now, according to Chang, law enforcers have managed to disrupt a number of devious plans by criminal elements made behind bars. Dr. Chang is also stating that the police and military have a far way to go in minimizing the effects of criminal elements planning and orchestrating hits, robberies and other sorts of atrocities from behind bars. Now, just a few days ago, I did a vlog on two from the infamous Kings Valley gang that they found guilty, where they stayed behind bars and gave instructions for criminal elements on the outside to take the lives of 2 witnesses who was going to give evidence against them in a trial. Now the judge found them guilty of taking the life of those innocent persons, and they will be facing additional sentencing on top of what they are already serving. So that in itself is a good look. Dr. Chang also stated in a press release, and I quote, "We can always get them x-rayed to locate the missing chips, but as I stated, they are finding innovative and creative ways, but I think we are ahead of them," end quote. So anyway, my peeps, the criminal elements continues to wreak havoc on our society, whether they are on the streets of Jamaica or behind bars. They continue to leave members of Jan public weeping and mourning as many of their loved ones continues to reap sometimes what they sow, and also the innocent blood that continues to shed in our great nation. Jamaica, Jamaicans, we need a serious strategy to be set in place to combat this crime monster. It is no longer a downtown thing, nor a uptown thing, or a police thing, or a ghetto thing, or a meeting, or a youth thing. It is now a everybody thing. Yard or abroad, we all have been affected by crime one way or the other. So we need to come together for this one common goal and tackle once and for all the crime monster. But anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in a subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.